All right. Looks like we got a football coach. I'm excited. I really am. Nah, all jokes aside though, like glad that fiasco ended. But on to the next one.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started. Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does! And that might be the knockout punch.
All right. HBCU Digital Network this home. Also home to Herb Sewer and the Black Techies. Look, man, we got our man. That's what the message said on social media. That's what it said. But look, if you haven't heard, FAMU's finally got a football coach, Coach Colsey. He's our man. If Colsey can't do it, who else can? We'll see. But kind of the news that we probably could have heard 3-4 weeks ago. Um, and look, tomorrow, thank you. I appreciate the congratulations. I'm excited. Partially because we're no longer doing shows about why FAMU doesn't have a football coach and how that affects National Signing Day. But we still got to take care of some more people. So, but before we do that, normally I got the slides ready, but man, I am not gonna lie to y'all. These past 72 hours have been busy. So didn't get to do my normal steeds and my normal gig. So yeah. But basketball team got a victory for the girls. Huge win. Much needed win. Like, not even gonna lie to y'all about that. The girls are they the better of the two teams already? A 60-56 victory. Quietly, FAMU girls basketball team might be somebody that you want to pay attention to going into the SWAC tournament. Like, just look what they've done. Are these some of the best teams in the conference? I mean, Valley sure as sugar ain't. But at the same point, first year coach coming in and doing those kind of things, that's pretty solid. And if you're AD Sykes, that's a good one on you. Like, as hard as you've been written for these past 2-3 weeks for flubbing up stuff, your basketball team did what it's supposed to do against bottom feeders, beat them, and look competitive against some of the better teams in the conference. So that's something that you definitely are going to be looking at going forward. Like, hey, you got one on that AD. So that's a hire she made. We'll see how the rest of the season goes, though, because Coach Pressure, you did all right with that one. Like, Hitman, what's up? I'm ready to donate and invest in champions. Man, it makes a difference when you're feeling good, don't it? Like, oh, you listen to us. I'll support you now. Going. And look, I'm telling you, the women's basketball team, look, we ride AD Sykes hard for this football thing. But look, I'm like this. I tell y'all straight up, I'm not going to chastise you if I'm not going to praise you. AD Sykes, you did good on this one. You deserve a little praise on this one. Now, with the men's basketball team, we already know what it is. So it's the end of the guy's contract. Season's not looking great now. Can he fix it, though? Can he turn it around? Because I'm not going to lie. I've been on record, and I've said we were going to have two different coaches in Tallahassee for men's basketball. And look, Leonard Hamilton over there across the street, he said, oh, really? Huh. Okay. And he's winning. So now, FAMU men's basketball, the ball is literally in your court because just stuff that we've been seeing, and it's a better team. Like, let's not discount that. But even though it's a better team, you got to steal some of these wins because it's an uphill fight right now. Like, and they lost last night. So, and it wasn't a surprise. It's kind of one of those things you expect as far as how the team is going. But then you got the other sports that are creeping up. I mean, track looks good. Like baseball, excuse me, I'm sorry. SWAC champion baseball is heating up. SWAC champion tennis just got some victories. Like let's go ahead and go ahead and claim this. And I like how they've updated the website, but I don't need it to be updated for the show right now. But the tennis team, they went up there and swept Southern Miss. Like I know that y'all, but again, I'm a rattler. Like we actually look pretty solid. Like when you start going around here, it's starting to get a little interesting about where this team could be at and what's going on. So, not on Instagram today. I should have got it ready, but told y'all it's been a crazy couple of hours. So we're gonna see if we can get it going though. But yeah, and all that means is more pressure on this program. Now, the other elephant in the room, we got to do something, and we definitely need to do something about our assistant coaches. So I'm going to say it up straight up. We need to address the need to bring on Ryan Smith. Like, and when I say bring him on, update his salary. Like he's due more than he's gotten. And if you're on Instagram, we're a little late. I apologize. That's my fault. But finally a coach got named. But in the process of doing this, we didn't do some things right. Like, and I'm not going to go back over the whole process of some people didn't get interviewed, then they didn't get interviewed again, and now other stuff. Like, can we address the elephant in the room that Ryan Smith should be getting a substantial bonus? Like, it should be like the architect of the dark cloud defense shouldn't be getting less than $100,000. Because let's go back and watch that Celebration Bowl. Your defense did that. Like the offense had some plays. Like Kelvin Dean was there, but how many interceptions does Major have throughout the season? I can remember off the top of my head 2 pick sixes. Like, how many times is your defense just in the same place? How does this affect the continuity of your team? Because you high key disrespected the man. Like, if we're gonna keep it a buck, like, so yeah, finally you got a coach named, but in the midst of all this, now stakeholders, it's time for us to get back to what we said we was gonna do and support the assistants. Because when we were trying to keep Willie, we had put money aside. But now we need to keep our defensive coordinator, because if we're being real, you wouldn't take the treatment Ryan Smith got. Like professionally, you might do it because you need that job, but you wouldn't do it and just stay there. Like, not at all. And I love how little baby points out, defense saved us. Defense had us win games against Alabama State at Bragg. Hello. Like, the defense kept us in the USF game. The defense, SWAC championship, kind of carried the day. Like, you go back and look throughout this season, FAMU's defense for the football team, they kept you in the games. They've been the side of the ball where Willie Simmons was like, yo, we riding the defense. For 3 years, you rode the defense. Look, y'all better save our Smitty, because that's not what you do. Like, and we said we can address the elephant in the room, because y'all know I'll tiptoe over the line and I'll cross it, without breaking information. But he didn't get the job partially because he's white. Like, real talk. And I think I got a ram in the bush today. look, y'all don't know. I might have a special guest here. But one of the things that we really have to kind of wrap our heads around in this whole process, would you take that? Like you really are the leader of the strongest part of this game, strongest part of this team. In the first round of interviews, no calls. The second round of interviews, no calls. It literally took for the alumni and the stakeholders to say, if you don't do something different, we're not going to support you, and to really display the displeasure for things to change. So just saying, look, I got a friend who's coming into the parking lot, as he says. Uh, and if you're not familiar, round one on Hallelujah 95, his name is St. Clair Moraine, longtime writer for the Tallahassee Democrat. But he's out there and he's doing his own thing. And I told you, we got a special guest. What's up, St. Clair? So, but yes, got St. Clair on here. Hopefully, Wi-Fi catches up. Looks like you're buffering a little bit on me, but brought St. Clair on here to talk a little bit about this FAMU stuff that he's noticed, uh, and just give some of his expert opinion. Like
I got to look right for you.
Just a little bit today, St. Clair. You know, it's probably cold up there. It's hot down here. I'm literally sweating.
I can't hear the questions.
Oh, you can't quite hear me, St. Clair? Let's see.
No, you're breaking up. Uh-oh.
Okay, you're breaking up. I'm breaking up, obviously. Okay. Well, what I can do is I can definitely put some of these in the chat here.
Yeah.
So how did you feel?
Might be my internet connection.
So we got St. Clair on here. And y'all can see all the little things right there that we're on the stream. But how did you feel about the coaching hire? And I see what little baby would say, won't feel fed up
buffering.
about
Maybe
this.
if you keep talking, I can hear you.
Let me see. I just posted up there so you can see it, St. Clair. So hopefully, and that's kind of the question. Get St. Clair in here. How do you feel about the coaching hire and the new coach that is here? So, but within this, we did notice that.
Can you respond to that question about?
Yes, you respond, St. Clair. It's on you, St. Clair.
How I feel about the coaching decision.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I feel. I understand that Coach Rowe he took himself out of the running, and I think it had to do with just being frustrated behind how the thing was just dragging out and dragging out.
Look, St. Clair just broke news. I didn't know that.
And see, I don't know. I think, like I said on my show last week, Michigan got it right. When you have something that's working, life, like the saying goes, while all the pieces were there, you had players there who definitely
And St. Clair's
helped the program this season, bringing.
see. There we go. Um, so, and as St. Clair pointed out, I think Michigan hit it on the
Well,
head. So,
I hope some.
but I think Michigan hit it on the head. Doing an internal hire was the best way to go with this. It did. I don't know if it salvaged the recruiting class. I think it definitely frustrated some of them. But I think what one of the things you're probably going to see there are reports of some of the players that hit the transfer portal that are supposed to come back. I I don't want to drop any names just because they haven't publicly shared that information yet. But we're going to start to see where some of these kids that were previously kind of just out there that kind of were in limbo might be coming back. But one of the big things, especially that kind of want to put out there, pay attention to what your staff is saying because this could have got uglier than what it got and what it was. And oh, move if you can if you're still good, St. Clair. But this could have really killed the program. And I'll be honest, even
You're
with this,
breaking up again.
I don't expect us to have a great season. Like I hope, but yeah. So how do you think this affects recruiting, St. Clair? Let me see if we can, because I know personally, you know, last days here, and we're going to be able to get a little bit of news. What about a week? So, but wanted to hear from St. Clair kind of what he thinks and use some of that expertise that he may have. I know for me personally, I'm a little nervous as far as recruiting class, who we're going to get, and who we're going to find. So, so that's going to be part of the other side of this. It's like, can we bring in? I wouldn't say just necessarily top level talent, but talent is going to be able to make some noise, like, and that's going to be the same level of and caliber of talent as you probably were going to get before.
Keith, I'm losing you
Like,
again.
let me see, and I'll type it in the other chat so that you can see it, St. Clair. But that's my biggest question, like going forward. Like, let me see. Little baby says, "I don't believe recruiting is badly affected. I believe the commits who decommitted may recommit. Colsey is currently in Miami recruiting. I think we'll be fine. Definitely have to use the transfer portal though. Yeah, absolutely. It's a must. Like if we don't use the transfer portal, this ain't gonna work. Like that's gotta happen. So um, now we do have the meeting tomorrow for with AD Sykes. Um, so I want to know, how do y'all think? Like, how do you think Rattler Nation is going to respond to AD Sykes tomorrow? That's going to be interesting. Like, how does that work? Like after all this time, after all this kind of silence and things like that, how do you respond? Because this ain't an area where everybody's chummy and loving on each other. It's it's kind of it's, it's not comfortable. So how do you get over that?
Keith, I don't know if you could hear me, but
You see, I heard you a little bit, St. Clair. Yeah. But that's going to be interesting because just who's going to be in the room, like outside of the media, like who's going to be there? Are they going to be respectful? And even with that, are they going to be people who are going to be willing to respect her and the title? Like that's going to be really interesting because there's some bad blood now between the people who want to support this program, and the people who just don't like her. Like, it's gonna be interesting. Will says, I think it might be hard and awkward, and if the AD is all up in the videos, talk about Puff Daddy, but it's true though. Like, how did she manage that? How does she handle that? Like, how do you bring her back to this without just flubbing it up? Because honestly, I don't have that answer. I personally would have probably just stayed out of it for a while. Like, honestly, I think this is a good chance to kind of fall back, lick your wounds, learn from your lesson, and kind of keep it moving. But this is where do you go from here is the question, because it's a weird time where you know she's Jerry Jones. Hit me, you're petty. But that's a real question. Like, how does FAMU move forward with her as AD? And it's not out of disdain or dislike for her. I told y'all, I've never had a run-in with AD Sykes and where I left, like, personally, where I was like, man, I don't like this lady. I never have said that. And for her as a individual, I don't dislike her. I don't love how this coaching thing went, because at the end of the day, this should have happened right after Willie left. You should have named an interim coach, and within 2 weeks or a week, you should have had a new head. But part of what got me for this one was you just skipped over Smitty Rock like that. Like, that troubled me, because I see color. Like, I ain't one of them people, oh, I don't see color. We're all God's children. Miss me with that. No, I see color. I walk in a restaurant, I see Confederate flags. I walk smooth the hell up out of there. Like, ho, ba bam 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 bam. I'm gone. I'm not doing that. Like, that's just me. Like, certain cities, I see a Confederate flag up there, I ain't stopping there. And if I see it once and I have to stop to get gas, I'll never. What's that up there? Between Gainesville, like Ocala and Lake City. Oh man, they let you know what time of day it is right there. You ain't never got to worry about me stopping there, ever. You got a flat old fat Confederate flag? Nah, bro, you don't need my money. Tell you straight up time of day it is. I ain't stopping. Like, why? I know what time of day it is. I see color. And I definitely recognize within my own self that if Smitty Rock looked like me, he would have probably had that job already ago. Like, and you can't say he don't see that. Like, at a certain point, I get we want to preserve and reserve those high level, hard to get spaces for our people. But sometimes next man up, best man up needs to be the rule. Man, the Lions are just giving it everything. But and when that guy gets offended that he wasn't the next man up, you really can't get mad at it. Like, just saying. Look, Hitman, she got to continue to win the fan base back. Yesterday's decision was a start. Huge. That was huge. That was, you notice, social media posts, she can post on socials again and folks not be all in the mentions and talking about you need to take yourself home. Well, for the most part. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say it in the word go, but it's just saying. Little baby, Barrett, look, I don't think it's totally beyond repair, but a lot of communication. Both sides are going to have to give and take, and keep her friends out of it, please. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've only met Stephen J. Gaither one time. Great in person meeting, and I respect the heck out of that guy. Been in spaces with him several times over. Bruh, just let Vaughn have it. It feels like it's a little too close to home. And you know, there's that time, and those players you're just too close to. Like, you're not gonna have me watch this Lions game and start talking about Kirby Joseph and have me be like, not say something to you. Like the second you say something slick about Kirby, I'll be like, yo, hey, that's my guy. That's my student. Don't do that. I was with him at Jones High School. Don't do that. Like, I'm coming at you like that because Kirby's too close. Like, that's a subject that's too close to me. I remember when that kid was in high school telling him, hey, man, I'll never see you out there with them other dudes, man. That's good. Like, AP, hey, I know you don't necessarily need to take IB classes, but hey, we're going to be taking you on these field trips because you're a smart kid. Now the guy's in the NFL. Like, I'm not going to come at you and have a normal lookout because I'm too close to that player. I feel like for our friends, y'all too close. Y'all too close as a friend because y'all writing as friends. You're not writing based on what's happened because you're not talking about the budget shortfalls and all these other things. You just, this is my friend and I want to protect my friend. That's not what we're doing around here. Like you got to do something different. Maybe the new Lisa LeBou will work out to help her too. Will, it looks like St. Clair's back in the parking lot. AD troubles ain't over. Board of Trustees gonna come see her about that deficit. Yeah. Man, I feel your point. Smitty Rock deserves better. St. Clair's back.
Can you hear me now, Keith?
Yes, I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can hear you. I got the Bluetooth headphones in. So my trick, I will tell you, St. Clair, I use my cell phone for audio. So I have the computer and then I have the cell phone with the Bluetooth headphones. And then
my internet, but it seems like I'm still having the same old issue.
A little bit. Look, man, kicking and screaming, sick of this shit. Look, I told y'all, Florida people, you get us upset enough. But really, like, you cannot continuously come out here in the public spaces telling us how to feel about your friend. Like, no. Like, you can't. Like that, it don't work like that. Like just like me telling you you should like chocolate ice cream, but you don't like chocolate. It don't work like that. Like, can you hear me now, Segler? Oh, let's see. But it's gonna be interesting because that's gonna be an awkward moment tomorrow. And how awkward is it in the locker room? Because
we have this mushy connection still, man.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes. And but like, what does she do with this? How is she gonna fix this? Because it's a problem. Like she's definitely she's got a distance between her and the people she works for and works with. Hitman says, yeah, like he the one paying her. He really does. And I really haven't bothered Vaughn. I would probably catch him in a personal moment, like, and be like, after I just ask the question, like, yo, dude, how are y'all working together right now? Is this purposeful? Like, are one of y'all trying to be a villain and one be the bad guy? Because you got Vaughn that's like more like FAMU centered, and you have Gaither who's more psych centered. And so it's almost like these two that are supposed to be working together are actually like creating their own spin. It's an interesting thing, you know, if it's being done just to create clicks and likes. But at the same point, if it's not being done to create clicks and likes, that's got to be awkward. Like, let's see, your friend has stepped in in a few snake dens and stirred up some mess for more than a few times, and folks have continued to let it slide. This coaching hire was a tipping point. You're right. And it just, it makes you question, like, did this process validate any of the Willie stuff. Sorry for the typing, but real question. Like, did it do any of that? Because we heard what the street committee said. Willie takes the high road. She kind of takes the high road, whatever, however you want to feel about that. But all of a sudden, you start wondering, like, okay, he leaves, and then we get this big mess. Like, what was going on with that? Because, yeah, we finally got a coach. Yeah, we got the coach we want. And I'll be honest, if we don't have a great season next year, you're not gonna point at her because it's not her fault. This isn't her hire. She made the hire, but she acquiesced to the will and the wants of the people. And at this point, you kind of had to because it's the 28th. The Investing in Champions packages are supposed to have come out by now. I'm pretty sure this stuff delayed the football schedule. And on top of that, you got 2 homecomings on the same day. Like, I don't know if y'all heard the news, but Florida State versus UNC, that's homecoming. So FAMU and FSU have homecoming on the same weekend. Now, the only good thing about that is who gives a damn about Florida State's homecoming? Like, I'm sorry. Like, Parents Weekend would have been worse. But FSU's actual homecoming, nobody cares. Like, I'm sorry. Like, outside of people on TV, like, oh, this is Florida State's homecoming. 60,000 fans. They've reduced capacity of the Doak Campbell Stadium. So it's going to be like 60-something. But, yes. And Lil Baby says, am I serious? Am I serious? Is Cooper Kupp the baddest receiver on the Rams? I'm just saying. Like, yes. Yes. I am deathly serious. We are sharing homecomings for the first time I've seen since 2016. I think Penalty Talk shared that stat there. So y'all know, again, I don't have a journalism degree. I have a degree in history. So I have to cite my sources if I'm given a source. Otherwise, I'm like, this is what I heard. But FAMU and FSU are sharing homecoming this year. And I've already heard that them hotel prices, man, they got a steel chair over your back. Like they ain't playing no games already. So if you ain't got that November 2nd hotel in Tallahassee, let me see. No, they don't sponsor the show, but you know what? I don't care. I'd much rather be right than to sit up here and be fake. So let's pull up here on Dr. Google, hit the hotels.com. Let's see. We're going to Tallahassee. And it is November the 2nd. Let's see if it goes out that far. It probably does because some of y'all already booked y'all hotels. So we're going, we're Christianated people. So we're going to come on a Thursday through Sunday, sorry. You're going to stay and go to church with your mom and your kin peoples and all them. See what the motel's talking about. Hot dog. Oh, did you see that? Oh, Lord. That thing say $1,000. Oh, no. Oh, They may not have released inventory, but they sure should have released them prices. My man, the Comfort Inn is $579 a night. Sleep In $699 in Tallahassee. Man, shoot. You must be hoeing to make that kind of, man, please. I'm sorry. Oh, no. $1,000 stay in Tallahassee? Bruh. No, $300 at the Quality Inn, and you look like the Quality Inn look like you might get shot up in there. Oh, hell no. $389 for the Best Western? Like, no, y'all. The Drury Inn, they just built 500, and they got one room left. That place ain't even finished. The Red Roof Inn is $320. Are you serious? Look, Hotel Duval. Thank God my parents live in Tallahassee. $900 for Hotel Duval? Are you kidding me? St. Clair, you see these prices? Like, oh no. I no. They already got y'all. Look, Will said they haven't released the hotels haven't released all inventory yet. But man, they charge an arm and a leg. Wait, they'll release more. It'll be a little. Man, my brother, the Baymont is 357. Have y'all stayed in the Baymont? It ain't the Hilton. I can tell you that. Oh, the La Quinta is still 130. You better get it while you can. Look, Holiday Inn Expresses, bruh. Y'all know I argue with data. That's ridiculous. Hitman, we got to boycott. It's ridiculous. No, we don't. We need to buy a house and turn it into an Airbnb. Split that mug and busting people over the head ourselves. Like, the university needs to build a hotel on campus or close to the campus. Like, I'm just saying, hire some Florida State students to run it. Let them do their internships there. Now, no, I'm not trying to outsource to Florida State. Florida State has a hospitality program, so I'm trying to get it for the low. Like, are you serious? Like, yeah, we sharing homecomings, and the hotel price is already showing. And that's hotels.com. Look, I ain't got but a little $60 off from me using hotels from the past couple years. So, like, oh my God. Like, I'm just saying though, like, we can start to see already the price gouging's kicked in, and the football schedule hadn't kicked in. So you got people literally just buying tickets on hopes and prayers. Like, how does that work? Like, it's interesting to see, because now you start to get the stakeholders back, and now can we get to the regularly scheduled process? Because look, baby, I guess it's time. I just prepared for the classic. Look, at this point, I would look. Y'all know I argue with data. I mean, look, we would go back to this exact same website. And Florida Classic, I bet it won't be no $1,000. I could guarantee flipping to you that won't be no $1,000 for no hotel. Like, look, let's operate in the sunshine. Y'all some good Christian names. So I can hear you say, Claire.
Back you up on the hotel bit. If you can hear me, you know, I wonder Kate in this business here.
I can hear you. Let's see, same thing, and not even close. Like, that's a resort. Like, that's okay. Rosen's a straight though. Like, Marriott. Are you serious? Florida Classic versus FAMU's homecoming. Like, little baby, hello somebody. Like, and this every year because some folks will pay it. No, a lot of folks gonna pay it. It's FSU's homecoming too. A sucker's born every day, and all of them don't throw fangs. Some of them do chops. Like, Orlando is cheaper, much cheaper. Even if you book the week of, facts. Some of it is just due to like that place a little sketchy. But I ain't even gonna lie to you. I've been there once. That place is luxurious. But you can start to see like that place is actually straight. Like, some of these hotels that are like same company, better amenities, 1/10 of the price. Like, I'm just saying, for those of you, look, ain't no need for you to be going up 10 to a room to go to Tallahassee, so you can split that hotel price so everybody spend $100 a piece. Just come to the Classic. just, just like for what you're gonna spend on a hotel in Tallahassee for FAMU's homecoming, and it's gonna be traffic central, bumper to bumper. You might as well go to effing Disney. Like you could literally stay at a Universal hotel for these prices. Like, but again, Investing Champion stuff hadn't gone out yet. I bet. Let's argue with data. Look, Seminoles.com. Y'all know I know the website off the top of my head. I'm a fan like that of both programs. Tickets. Let's see. Now they probably only had the tickets available to Seminole boosters, but you know how that goes. So sports. I don't even see. Oh, there's football. Let's see. Oh, schedule's announced. And oops. Tickets. Like again, 2024 already up yonder. Online renewal application are now available. Season ticket requests. So yeah, they got the tickets up at Florida State. Just saying, if you want season tickets and you had season tickets and you're a Florida State fan, you can get them. How about this? I don't even know. I think they changed the website. It used to be Gatorzone.com. Yeah. So, y'all know, again, I argue with data. Like, I don't like to be one of those, like, hey, we ain't got this. They ain't got that. Everybody else doing tickets. Okay. First thing. So, yep, season tickets. And yeah, looks like you can already purchase your UF season tickets if you are one of those people that so choose to subscribe to what the University of Florida does. So yeah. So I mean, I ain't saying it's just us doing this, but if you are a fan of them people over there, you can buy your tickets. So kind of want to get that out there. I mean, part of all of this fiasco threw off some of the stuff for some of the this team in particular about Investing Champions, renewing and stuff. But the other part that it really did was it kind of messed up your other sports. Like we got a softball team trying to raise $10,000. Why is the softball team trying to raise $10,000? Isn't that some of what the athletic department does? Like, if we had a better relationship with the boosters, could we go to the boosters and say, hey, Rattler boosters, we know y'all support athletics. Can y'all support us? Like, just asking. Like, this is some of the things that have kind of come about. Baseball team is probably going to be raising, trying to raise some funds. Same thing with the tennis team. So now, yeah, you got a football coach, but now some of the collateral damage is that some of these people don't mess with you. They don't rock with you. And now that they don't mess with you and they don't rock with you, you got to make amends so that you can help these kids, because it's always about the players. I mean, we as fans, oh, wow, that was almost a catch. Like, we're here, but I'm supporting FAMU. But by supporting FAMU athletics, I'm supporting these kids. I'm supporting the Kendall Bowlers. Hopefully General Hunt stays now, but the General Hunts, hopefully Cheney comes back. I'm supporting them. Like, all these kids that have committed to FAMU, Kelvin Dean, we're supporting them when we're supporting athletics. Now, if you just don't want to mess with Tiff, that's your business. Become a booster. I mean, they're going to give her the money anyway, but it don't go straight to her. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see, like, over the next couple of months, how this goes and how this flips. But the big things, especially right now, we got to find a way to open up those funds for the extra coaches and get that money to Ryan Smith. Smitty Rock should be making at least $100K. I believe last I saw he was like at 70. This is the guy that is one of the biggest reasons that your team was successful as they were. and he's making 70. He's got head coaching chops. He's got the pedigree to be a head coach, but obviously he ain't getting it for a specific reason. At least give him a bump in pay that says, "Hey, okay, we effed you over on the coaching thing, but we'll give you a nice little pay raise. It's gonna be a little temporary something, but we know we'll help you find your next thing." Like to me, I think that's the way this goes. Like you give Ryan Smith a salary that shows you respect him, but also at the same point, you let him know, "Hey, man, we'll support you in any way possible for your aspirations to become a head coach because we're fully into this cozy thing." And we just got that. Look, I like what Hitman said, and yeah, we got to get him to the 100K threshold. 6 year qualifies for that. Hitman, look, you singing the song I was singing. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was gonna throw out the 100 first and let him negotiate his way up. But yeah, Lank, like just give y'all the proper Lank treatment. I think that brother should get about 150. Like that's just my real number. Like I'm just saying you Ryan Smith has been one of the catalysts for this team's success for many years. And I've been openly critical about our zone defense at times, but one thing that you can never say is that Ryan Smith doesn't connect to his players. Those guys love Smitty. His former players love him too. And I'm not just talking about white kids, I'm talking black kids, from inner city that are from major metropolitan cities. They come to FAMU, they get around Smitty Rock, they love him. And these kids get it. They get him and he gets them. And when you have someone that's able to resonate that well with the talent, you keep them. We just saw what happened with Willie. You fucked it up. Like I could say it in a nice way, but I can't. You fucked it up. Like, and I repeated it for a reason. Like, for all intents and purposes, that relationship got messed up because of pettiness. But you messed up that relationship. So now you got to fix that. Like, you still got to pay for an OC. I agree. I think you get an OC / quarterback coach, but he comes in, he's not getting Smitty money. Like you come in there with the things that they say she told Willie. What you done to get this money? I mean, you got the title. He got rings. Like Smitty got rings. Like real talk. Celebration Bowl ring, swag championship ring. Like I got players in the NFL right now. 2 from my side of the ball. About to get a 3rd. What have you done to get that kind of bread? Like, so I agree with that. But I'm just saying, Smitty's accolades dictate that man is due some respect. And if you ain't gonna respect me with an upgrade in my position, you need to respect me with an upgrade in my pay. Like the bread needs to be talking. So look, Tam, let remind him though. What's up, champs? Baseball champs, tennis champs, football champs. Look, you just pick a sport. Hey, you say FAMU, and you can always say SWAC champions. As long as it's not basketball. We're gonna get there in like a few years though. But now knowing Roll dropped out. Look, St. Clair, he gave me that. That was a nugget. I didn't have that. Look, because of how long it dragged out, Willie wanted to come back as an assistant. Willie probably in July. And honestly, after make sure he can get his drop money, I bring him back. I don't know how much he's doing on the field, but at the same point, you bring him back as something. Like, he may not be like an actual position coach. He may be more like a consultant role. And honestly, can Billy Roll be the new Devin Respers? I'm just saying. Like, the biggest reason we're saying we wanted Billy Roll was for recruiting. Can he talk to Riz? Hey, what did you do, bro? Can I steal your ideas and apply in the FAMU? get some GAs, get some kids. Can Billy Roll be that? Because if Billy Roll is that, I mean, and Billy Roll's got his degree and all, you paying that brother 50, 60, 70 to do recruiting. That's it. Like, I'm just saying. I think that's what you turn Billy Roll into. Turn him into the recruiter that becomes the celebrated pipeline for South Florida that we made him out to be. Like, use Colsey to become that guy that has that line to the transfer portal of Florida State, and you bump up Smitty Rock and have that defense stay what it is. Like, just saying. Like, so recruiter, team manager, because we lost that too. Like, Billy Roll drops out because this bull. LaTroy Johnson leaves and goes back home to South Carolina. I don't know exactly why. But me and him and Willie were like this. So you need somebody to fill in that position. Look, can I use the Rattler signal? Look, I mean, it's fair game. But that's just some of the things you got to start thinking about. You need a quarterback coach / offensive coordinator. Like, yeah, you have an offensive coordinator, but you need a designated quarterback coach, because Willie did all three of those. Willie was a head coach, OC, and quarterback coach. You don't have that anymore. You just don't. Now, in Colsey, what you do have, you have a secondary coach. You don't need that anymore. What's up, Kev? More of your look, just saying. But you don't need it. You don't need that DB coach anymore. Colsey can be head coach over the secondary, and it's not unprecedented. That's what Nick Saban did. So before we start being like, the white schools don't do that, bull. Nick Saban did it. Argue with Nick Saban. Like, just saying. Nick Saban was the DB coach until he left. So now you don't need a secondary coach. Like, you just don't. But you still need a quarterback coach, and you need an OC. Not that I don't think Henry wouldn't be a good OC, sorry. But you need a quarterback coach. And most times you kind of have the quarterback coach do both. One, so that you can get the most out of your money, but two, because more often the quarterback coach is explaining the throws, he's breaking down the plays, and him and the players are getting close. And him and especially the quarterbacks are spending so much time together. Let's see. Oh, AD. Hitman said the AD needs to let us know what she needs for the program, like their raises and stuff like that. Facts. Like, okay, cool. We're upset with you. For me, I ain't gonna say all is forgiven. But I will say this. Ask me what you want, and I'll do my best to get it to you. Yes, I did quote a song. But at the same point, tell us what you want. Tell us what you need. But, Hitman, preach. Not at the last minute. Look, I got a substantial little something coming that I know that's going to hurt my pockets. I already let my stakeholders know this is going to hurt. I might call you. Before the bill came due, look, I might need this. And they were like, so we might need to move this and this to get that. Yes. I ain't going to jail or nothing. I don't do that kind of stuff. But real talk, like, and so now they know. I know all my stakeholders, we good. We should have it ready in time. But don't wait until we mid-season like, oh, y'all, it's looking a little shaky. Like, no, baseball season hasn't started yet. You know what? Start asking us for stuff. Like, start, as the baseball team is doing and as Josh Padilla and the crew are doing, publicizing the actions of this baseball program, start pushing it out there and say, hey, SWAC champion baseballs, this, that, and the third, ring ceremony. But then after that, hey, we need a new baseball field. Let's start working on that so that we can make that a season-long endeavor for Rattler Nation. Tell us how much the new field is going to cost. I believe Jamie Shupin them kind of mentioned that at ONG. Man, it's been about 2 years now because I know Kofi was still living. Like, Tell us that how much it's going to cost, and then every game have a little meter and have it where it becomes even a digital thing that you play up there, and it's like baseball field meter, and have it make a little noise as it goes up. Goal this amount. Then all of a sudden, hey, donate here. It becomes something where it's not the baseball coach raising funds for his own program. That's junior high stuff. That's stuff you do at a middle school and a high school. You know, we washing cars for the team. Like, you know, colleges don't do that. Like that's I want to find a proper word that doesn't curse, but I ain't got it for you. Like, it's borderline juvenile, and and when I say it's beneath you, it sounds bad, but it's pedestrian at best. Like, you're operating at less than the level of a college when you're doing that kind of stuff. Like, that should be something that the athletic director takes lead on. You're directing the athletic programs. That's something that you and the baseball coaches work together on. And hey, donate to this place, donate to this. Rattler Nation, we need you to do this. We need you to donate to the Rattler Athletic Fund, and have something that says within that baseball, so that way the Rattler Athletic Fund not only goes totally to the athletic fund, but some of it can actually go to the specific teams. Like, maybe I want my money to go to the baseball team. My dad does that a lot. Hey, baseball, that money goes to baseball. Same thing. Like, it should get to that kind of level of organization going forward. Like, because Tamara says we got to give our returning champion coaches their money. Look, we can't be over here not paying people. And Johnny says, do we know his offensive philosophy? I know he's at Florida State with Charlie Ward. He's a defensive coach. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I've been told that Smitty knows the offense. It's just like, yeah. So, Kev, I'm sure we'll find out the philosophy by the time the spring game nears, perhaps filmed for, look, it could be. And does he bring that offensive coordinator with him that he had? Like, that becomes a real question. Like, and again, for me, when it comes to Colsey, I just need an quarterback coach / offensive coordinator. Oh, the Drury Plaza. They are one of our sponsors for the university. So, okay. I see you, Tiff. Y'all got some sponsors. We bashed you a little bit, about some of these sponsors, but you look on the website, they got some rolling ones on there. So, okay, I'm gonna give you credit. I told you, I'm not gonna chastise you if I'm not gonna praise you. But again, we have to do something about that. Like, yes, Smitty he was an offensive side. I believe at Alabama, actually, he worked on the offensive side. So, Kev asked if Smitty stand. I don't know. That's all I can give you. So I don't delve into the street committee stuff on my show, but we need to pay him because, yeah, that he wasn't done right. Now I'll say it like that. Let's see. Will says, what I like about Colsey, I think he has a large coaching network. I don't know that. I think he does, though. But that's just me saying I don't know when I don't know. That's not me trying to like counter your point, Will. That's just me owning up to when I'm uninformed. And so I'd much rather say I'm uninformed than to sit up here and posture as if I know more than I know about that part. Canadian football, 12 minutes. Yeah. Very pass friendly. Very pass friendly. You'll notice, and a lot of our quarterbacks, especially minority quarterbacks and HBCU quarterbacks quite often, but especially minority quarterbacks, end up playing in the CFL. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Damn, I was a duck. But it's gonna be interesting to see how that meshes. Who's gonna be the quarterback though? Like, now that all this bull is done, who's the quarterback? Like, we got a quarterback battle, Rattlers. Like, I don't have to talk about the freaking head coach now. Like, this National Signing Day is going to be interesting. Like, the incumbent from really it's like South Apopka. Look, protect your neck in South Apopka though. Junior Muratovic or that guy from FAU. Because do you we have a quarterback battle, gentlemen and ladies. We got a battle at running back. And does the running back come back? Look, we got some receivers with some size. Look, we got some conversations that don't relate to the coaching search. Look, this is where we should have been. And now we get to the juicy part about this football program. Like, now that we figured out who the head coach is, what's gonna be going on in this quarterback position? Y'all missed St. Clair saying it, but he was like, who's gonna be the quarterback? You gotta bring somebody on the portal. Like, and is the defense gonna be all right? Like, they're like six QBs. Man, come on, bro. You know it's only like 4 in a piece. No, Trey Fisher's not that guy. A good kid, but he's not that guy. Should be. Do you keep your defense coordinator? Like, look, inquiring minds. Do you keep your athletic director? Because man, look, Larry's little cousin over there, boy. They say, boy, the seat is hot. It is not because of Larry. Larry's been a shield. He's been a protector. He's been a ram at the bush. Hallelujah. Terry, see the fact that Coach Simmons did not seem to have 100% confidence in Junior gives me pause with him. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. I like Junior as a person, so that's one of those where I'll say it like this: go back and watch the games where Junior was playing. Look at the playbook. You can be like, man, it's a pretty simple read. Whereas Moose is in there, man, that stuff's NFL. Like, bro, you got Moose doing too much. Like, Jeremy's literally doing like full on NFL style progressions in college, and you're just like freaking Musa. Like, whereas like Junior, you're like, nah. And look, Daniel Richardson, is he tall enough? Is he tall enough? I'm just gonna ask that question. Like, we'll wait till the spring. Look, baby said his money on Richardson. You might not be wrong with that, because Richardson and Cobb, Asion, they played together at FAU. So, but on the flip side, Asion and Junior are both Orlando products, pretty much. So how well do they know each other? Like, this is for me, and this is where I 5'10" is tall enough. Yeah, 50 plus on USF. That ain't saying much though. I mean, they made a bowl game, but yeah, he look at his interception to touchdown ratio. I'll leave it there. FAU wasn't great. It's a higher level, but it was all right. Like, and they had one of my former students on the team too. So, you know, I ain't trying to like speak greasy on them, but it was all right. You know, it's FAU, like not like it's FSU, or you know, it was all right. Like, I'm trying to find that schedule from last season. The record overall, sorry. Bruh, these jokes are 4-8. We not, no. We're not going, no. That's I'm gonna keep saying that. And just to make sure I'm arguing with data, bruh, 4-8. No. Trash. like, nah, bro. They were 4-8. Moose, right? Look, thank you, Kev. You saying what I said. That's Musa-like stats. Like, as much as y'all was complaining about Musa, that's a shorter Musa who doesn't throw as pretty of a spiral. He's more accurate, though. I'm not accurate, more mobile. So, Boney, man, I ain't gonna lie, Tamara. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. They say that boy the truth. He just don't know the playbook. That's the street committee say. They said what that boy knew the playbook, and his old quarterback coach even told me, like, that boy's like that. I saw his quarterback coach at the Apopka game. Yeah, man. So since the boys from Jonesdale, look, I don't work there no more. But y'all already know. If I could, I would greatly do that. But no, not Lane Kiffin's FAU. No. Look, baby, we need to get to focus on beating our FBS rivals. So by the time we hit the SWAC play, we're running through teams. Agreed. I mean, you're not going to beat Miami. Like, I'm not going to sell you that whatever. It's just talent. Like, they got some dudes that just straight up dudes. They got some hymns. And yeah, that's going to be the problem with that. But I still don't think Cristobal's that great of a coach. I'll be honest, I haven't seen Colsey yet. But if you gave me Willie versus Cristobal, I think you got a shot. Like, I don't think you're going to win, but I think Willie's a better coach than Cristobal. Cristobal can recruit his butt off, though. Like, expect him to be deadly if he gets the playbook down. Exactly. Street committee said, just saying. He'll be back. You ain't hear that from me though. So anyways, y'all, we done hit that mark. Thank you, St. Clair, for coming in and dropping that jewel about Billy Roll. Look, I told you I keeps for peoples, and I looks out for so we're gonna get St. Clair and show him how to get it right. Show him my little cheating skill, because I listen on my cell phone. That's the only way I'm able to hear. Otherwise, man, look, we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk a little bit. Look, we're gonna finally move off of this. Hopefully, we keep Smitty Rock. We have put some things in motions. Look, contact your NAA representatives. Let them know, hey, some of this money that they've earmarked for coaches needs to go to Smitty Rock. They have broken up to where it's $25,000 for the next 3 years, and then the rest is just kind of out there. And me personally, they did that on purpose, and they did it to kind of throw a middle finger at Tiffany Dawn Sykes. But at this point, look, we all gotta come together like butt cheeks, as Eddie Griffin said. So you let's make it work. Make it known that he is important, he is vital, and we do understand that while this is 3 years, hey, somebody needs to have a conversation. In 3 years, Smitty, we expect you to be a head coach somewhere. You keep doing what you're doing, Rattler Nation, and we're going to support you and show love to you. But hit them up, NAA boosters, F Club, whoever you need to hit them up to let them know we need to keep Ryan Smith on this coaching staff and show him that he is respected and loved. But we're going to come here. We're going to talk a little bit about the basketball program, what they're looking like. And look, we can finally start, looking at some of these position battles, and hopefully we'll get some recruiting news, because National Signing Day is coming, about a week and a half away, about 2 weeks. So, y'all going to have some new recruits and some new Rattlers, and we're going to see what these position battles are talking about. And, looking forward to see what that next phase is. Let's talk about a little bit of these other sports we got going on. So, but for Herb Stewart, Black Techies, look, y'all know it's the Fangs Up podcast. Come back again Thursday, 8 o'clock. And y'all know it's always going to be Fangs Up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started. Are you kidding me? Unreal.
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Dorsey, how